Hello everyone. In this video we will look at installing a kitchen food waste disposer on a steel kitchen sink. So, we will install a food waste disposer manufactured by Anaheim Marketing International under the Bone Crusher brand, model 810. Prerequisites for installing food waste disposer. One of the conditions for the installation of a food waste disposer is the required diameter of the drain hole in the sink equal to 90 millimeters, as well as a rigid connection to the sewer through a direct flow pipe siphon. Also, it is highly undesirable to connect the disposer to the sewer through the corrugation and use the usual bottle siphon for everyone. It is worth considering that the disposer does not have a very long power cord with a plug, so to connect it under the sink, you need to provide a reliable socket with a ground wire. Also, on the power line of the disposer socket, I would advise you to additionally install electrical protection in the form of an automatic protective shutdown device. In my situation, a direct flow siphon was already installed with a 40 mm pipe to both bolts. It only remained to remove the unnecessary outlet with a grate from the sink, put the food waste disposer flange in its place and change the configuration of the sewer line leading from the siphon to the disposer outlet elbow. Disposer flange mounting. In a double kitchen sink, it was decided to give a smaller bowl for the chopper due to the fact that a trash can was already located under the large bowl, behind which a drinking filter was also installed, occupying all the remaining space. The order of installation of the flange parts. With the help of a sealant, a flange is attached to the sink. Then, from the bottom of the sink, a cardboard seal is installed, then the rubber seal, then a wide metal pressure plate, after which the fixing 3-screw ring is installed. The fastening ring is fixed with a metal retaining ring. Having removed the old drain flange from the sink, I carefully wipe the seat for the food waste disposer flange, then degrease it. Next, on the mating part of the flange with the sink, I apply a moisture-resistant silicone sealant. Having oriented the inscription on the flange, I install it in the drain hole of the sink. Further, from the underside of the sink bowl, one sequentially install the flange parts. First a cardboard gasket, then a rubber one, then a steel pressure plate. Fix the 3-screw fixing ring with a steel retaining ring. Having installed all the details of the flange, I alternately tighten all 3 clamping ring screws. It is worth noting that from the front of the sink, from under the flange, as it is pressed, excess sealant will protrude. Excess sealant is best removed before it dries. Next, turning the body of the food waste disposer upside down, we connect a vacuum tube to the dispenser fitting. The tube is fixed with a nut. Attaching the disposer to the flange. Having previously installed the dispenser on the flange, right in place, I brought a sewer pipe to it with a direct flow siphon and an installed disposer outlet elbow. Now you can finally install the disposer in its place. During installation, we match the disposer neck with a flange fixed to the sink. We combine the fixing ties and tighten the pressing ring by turning. We connect the exhaust elbow to the disposer and fix it with a clamp. It remains to install the vacuum button and the food waste disposer can be started. Since I have a standalone cabinet with a sink, for a place for a vacuum button, I chose the upper part of the side wall of the cabinet. To do this, I drilled a hole in it and installed a button with a hose connected to it. In principle, the vacuum button can be installed anywhere. I didn't want to place the button on the surface of the countertop or the sink itself because the button would interfere with wiping the surface from constantly appearing splashes of water. Having connected the food waste disposer to the mains, we turn on the water and do a trial run of the motor, after which we check under the sink for leaks from the connections. Disposer installed, you can start using. And on this, let me wish you good luck. Do not forget to subscribe, and until we meet again.